So, good evening. I bet growing up your parents told you not to talk to strangers. And as adults we carry that forward, and when we pass someone we either don't make eye contact or we offer a quick hello or maybe an empty how are you. My family was quite different. I was raised by a single mom who always encouraged me to talk to strangers. And at the age of 10 she actually forced me to get out of the car and cross on a dark rainy night and help this old man on the corner who was struggling to pick up a bag. And as I got to this corner, I bent down, and this bag was actually soaking wet with alcohol, and it was dripping, and he started to swing at me. And I anxiously waited for this light to turn green so I could get back in the car and go to piano lessons with my mother. We still make fun of her, but perhaps it was a springboard into my future. So fast forward to 2010, and my students and I wanted to do something to help the homeless in Vancouver. We wanted to do more than give them food and clothing. We wanted to meet the emotional needs, so we decided to do something to give them back the power of giving. We came up with a project called Project Hello, which stands for Helping Everyone Locate Loved Ones. And we designed blank Christmas cards and offered them the chance to write messages to friends or family, and then went down to the downtown east side to see what would happen. And that's where the magic started to happen. They started to open up and tell us their stories, and not just write the cards, but say, do you think you could help find my family? I'm not in touch with them anymore. So we started to find light in a very dark neighborhood. So we went back to the school and we phoned all these wrong numbers and searched on the internet, and all of a sudden we had families crying, not realizing that their loved one was still alive, and so emotional and wanting to connect. So we're now 6 years in, and we're just shy of reconnecting 500 people with their families. We are untold stories, so that a year ago we decided to go deeper, and we now call it Beyond Hello, where I have a commitment to once a month take a homeless person for lunch. So these are some of my friends. This is Ron Wilson. He used to be a professional boxer from Burnaby. Now he sits on a bench at Pigeon Square most days, but this day he taught my boys, Jaden and Cole, how to box. Now I'm ahead. This is Urban, who lived under a bridge. A musician, an architect, bright man, but never overcame the emotional pain when his family perished in a house fire. And yet he made such a difference in the community as a homeless person that there was standing room only at his funeral. This is Cynthia. She survived years of abuse and addiction and is now clean, but chooses to stay in the downtown east side so that she can help other people. And one day she dreams of owning her own flower shop. And this is Cindy. Cindy, 24 years ago, gave up a child to adoption to escape an abusive relationship. She is now near death with hepatitis, AIDS, and addicted to heroin. Her dying wish is to meet her daughter that she gave up. And here we are 2 days later, after a series of miracles and searching on Facebook, I was able to find her daughter in Ontario, a woman named Paige, who had uncanny similarities to her mother. Paige had struggled with addiction in Ontario, but she found this book, In the Realm of Hungry Ghosts by Dr. Gabor Mate, and it gave her the courage to get herself clean. She was really influenced by a character in the book named Celia, and so she suggested I read the book. So when I went back and found Cindy, I said, did you ever meet Dr. Gabor Mate? Because he worked in that area. And she said, that's my doctor. The book is about me. My name in the book is Celia. And so here we are, in the next slide, sitting on the sidewalk together. And Cindy is calling her daughter Paige for the very first time to say hello. And that actually gave her the encouragement after 2 decades to put herself in rehab, so that Cindy too was able to get clean. And last spring they were able to meet for the first time. So this is Cindy and her daughter Paige with their first mother and daughter photo. So this is the magic that happens when we start to find light in dark places. For me, this is the neighborhood where time stands still and conversation really matters. And definitely this has become my passion. The next slide I found on Facebook the other day, it says, become friends with people, this is an eye test, people who aren't your age, hang out with people whose first language isn't the same as yours, get to know someone who doesn't come from your social class. This is how you see the world and this is how you grow. For me, this is how we go beyond hello. So next time you see a stranger that intrigues you, I encourage you to buy them a cup of coffee and to share your experience at beyondhello.org. I hope you agree that maybe your parents were wrong and maybe it is okay to talk with strangers.